हेलो बच्चों, आज हम पढ़ेंगे कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर। ओके, कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर क्या है? ओके, कॉम्प्लेक्स का मीनिंग क्या होता है? कॉम्प्लेक्स का मीनिंग क्या होता है? तो अगर आप डेफिनेशन देखने जाएंगे तो इसके मीनिंग अलग अलग होते हैं। ओके, कॉम्प्लेक्स का मतलब आप बोल सकते हो जटिल भी होता है। ओके, मुश्किल चीज़, जटिल चीज़। तो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर क्या जटिल चीज़ है? नहीं। ओके, अभी मैं आपको बताऊं, शॉपिंग मॉल होता है। ओके, शॉपिंग कॉम्प्लेक्स क्या मतलब, वो क्या होता है? ओके, कोई तो कॉम्प्लेक्स का एक और मतलब होता है समूह। कॉम्प्लेक्स का एक और मतलब होता है समूह। कॉम्प्लेक्स क्या है? समूह। समूह। ओके, समूह क्या है? किसका समूह है? नंबर्स का। ओके, नंबर्स के समूह को हम लोग कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर कहते हैं। नंबर के समूह को कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर क्या हो गया? नंबर के समूह को हम लोग कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर कहते हैं। मतलब हमने आज तक जो भी नंबर पढ़ा हुआ है या जो हम लोग आज के क्लास में पढ़ने वाले हैं, वो सब नंबर को मिला के जो नंबर हमारे पास पूरे यूनिवर्स में, हमारे पास जो नंबर आज के डेट में है, ओके, किसी भी तरह का नंबर जहाँ जो हमने पढ़ा हुआ है या जो हम आज पढ़ने वाले हैं, सब नंबर्स को मिला के जो नंबर का सेट बनता है उसे हम लोग कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर कहते हैं। ओके, तो आज के डेट में जितने भी तरह के नंबर हमें पता है या जो हम अभी पढ़ेंगे, इमेजिनरी नंबर, कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर, वो सबको मिला के हमको कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर मिलता है। ओके, तो हमने ऑलरेडी लोअर स्टैंडर्ड में नेचुरल नंबर, ओके, नेचुरल नंबर दैट इज n, फिर बाद में हमने होल नंबर पढ़ा हुआ है, फिर हमने इंटीजर i और z, ओके, इसके बाद में हमने रैशनल नंबर पढ़ा, फिर बाद में हमने इरैशनल नंबर पढ़ा, फिर बाद में रियल नंबर पढ़ा। ओके, तो ये तो नंबर आएंगे ही इसमें कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर में। इसके अलावा जो हम आज पढ़ने वाले हैं वो होता है इमेजिनरी नंबर। ओके, इमेजिनरी नंबर तो सभी का समूह, ओके, नेचुरल नंबर का, होल नंबर का, इंटीजर का, रैशनल का, इरैशनल का, रियल नंबर का और इमेजिनरी नंबर का, ओके, सबके समूह को मिला करके जो नंबर हमें मिलता है वो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर है। और आज के डेट में कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर इज़ द बिगेस्ट सेट, सबसे बड़ा सेट जो नंबर सिस्टम का, जो पूरे यूनिवर्स में जो भी तरह का नंबर यूज होता है वो सब तरह के नंबर कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर में आते हैं। ओके, तो हम कह सकते हैं ये सबसे बड़ा समूह है किसका? नंबर का। ओके, सो हम थोड़ा पहले डिटेल्स में पढ़ेंगे नंबर जो ऑलरेडी स्टडी किया हुआ 10 तक के। इसके बाद में ये कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर आपको 11 चैप्टर से स्टार्ट हो जाता है। ओके, बहुत सारे स्कूल में 11 चैप्टर में होता है और इंजीनियरिंग में तो इसका बहुत बड़ा योगदान है। ओके, इंजीनियरिंग के फर्स्ट ईयर में आपको पूरा कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर ही दिखेगा मैथ्स में। तो इट्स वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट चैप्टर। ओके, और ये जो भी रूल्स, जो भी प्रॉपर्टी, जो भी तरह के एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन, डिवीजन हमने अर्लियर क्लास में किया हुआ है, वो सब प्रॉपर्टी हम लोग कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर में भी करेंगे। मतलब कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर को हम ऐड भी कर सकते हैं, हम सब्ट्रैक्ट भी कर सकते हैं, हम मल्टीप्लाई भी कर सकते हैं, हम डिवाइड भी कर सकते हैं, हम उसका स्क्वायर रूट निकाल सकते हैं। ओके, हम उसको एक अलग तरह से हम लोग उसको नंबर लाइन में प्लॉट भी कर सकते हैं। तो ये सब मिला करके जो नंबर मिलता है उसे कहते हैं कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर। तो आज के क्लास में हम लोग प्रॉपर्ली अच्छी तरह से कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर के बारे में पढ़ेंगे। तो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर में मेनली हम उसको दो भाग में डिवाइड करते हैं। ओके, वी डिवाइड द कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर इनटू टू पार्ट्स, वन इज द रियल पार्ट एंड द सेकेंड इज द इमेजिनरी पार्ट। ओके, रियल पार्ट एंड इमेजिनरी पार्ट। अगर हमारा एक सेट है रियल का, दूसरा सेट है इमेजिनरी नंबर का, तो इस तरह से दो सेट मिलता है, वो सेट को हम लोग कहते हैं कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर और उसको हम लोग C से डिनोट करते हैं। मतलब एक रियल नंबर होता है और एक इमेजिनरी नंबर होता है, अगर दोनों को कंबाइन करेंगे तो हमको कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर मिल जाता है। ओके, अभी रियल नंबर आप देखेंगे तो क्लास 9th में, क्लास 10th में हमने रियल नंबर पढ़ा हुआ है। उसके पहले हमने नेचुरल नंबर पढ़ा, होल नंबर पढ़ा, इंटीजर है, रैशनल है, इरेशनल है और रियल नंबर है। मतलब अगर आप देखेंगे, अगर आपको याद होगा तो मैं एक फ्लो चार्ट बना देता हूँ इसका, एक चार्ट्स के माध्यम से हम लोग इसको अच्छे से करेंगे। ओके, तो आज के डेट में जो हमारे पास नंबर है वो नंबर होता है कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर। जो मेन नंबर है, जो सबसे बड़ा सेट है वो है कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर। ओके, कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर उसको हम लोग लिखते हैं सी से, राइट। कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर क्या है? आज के डेट में जो सबसे बिगेस्ट सेट है, जो पूरा नंबर का जो समूह है उसे हम लोग कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर कहते हैं। और कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर को हम दो भाग में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं। वी कैन डिवाइड इनटू 2 पार्ट्स में कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर। ओके, सो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर इज नथिंग बट द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ रियल नंबर और इमेजिनरी नंबर। ओके, कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर is combination of real number and imaginary number. Okay, now real number को हम लोग normally we write with the letter R and imaginary number we write with the I. Okay, I will explain more details में what is I here. I is the Greek letter. Okay, that is full form of the I is iota. We'll be studying the more of this. I is nothing but the root of -1. Okay, so in this class we'll be studying more about only the complex imaginary number. Okay, so let's, before that we'll go a little bit more of the real number. So real number, again if you see the real number divide into 2 parts में. Okay, that is, one is the rational number and the second is irrational number. Clear? We have the whole set complex number. Complex number में we get the real number as well as the imaginary number. Clear? Imaginary number will be studying more details में, so that we'll see later part में. Now we'll come to the real part में. Real part again it divide into 2 parts में. One will be the rational, other is the irrational number. Okay, so rational number, like the, if we write anything P upon Q where Q is not equal to 0, that is called rational number. Okay, P upon Q, or in simple word में, if the number is either terminating number or it is recurring number, then it is known as rational number. Meaning if you divide the number, if you get the answer proper number, like something with ending, okay, or if it is not ending, so we'll get the same pattern, like 10 divided by 3, the answer is non-terminating, but it will be 3.333, the same number repeating, that is called non-recurring. That is called the recurring number. Okay, so if the number is either terminating or recurring, it is known as rational number. If the number is non-terminating, non-recurring, is known as irrational number. Okay, so like the root 2, cube root of 3, pi itself is an irrational number. So irrational numbers are non-terminating as well as non-recurring. Means if I ask you what is the value of pi, so pi ka value we have almost, like we found it almost like the 2 lakh places. Okay, but still that is not the exact value, it is going on digit. We just know 3 to 4 decimal place, but we can write down the answer infinite number of digit, and that all the numbers will be different in that. That's why that number is non-terminating as well as non-recurring. So real number is the combination of the rational and irrational number. What is rational number? All the number which we can write in the form of P upon Q, where both the where numbers are where the numbers are either terminating or recurring. Irrational number like the root 2, cube root of 3, pi, all this number, it means these numbers are non-terminating, non-recurring. Okay, again your irrational number is the separate one part. Again rational number में will get the 3 type का number. 3 type के number में will get the natural number, then we get the whole number, and then we get the integer number, that is I or Z. Okay, natural number, whole number, integer number. What is natural number? So natural number start from the 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 till where? Till infinite. There is no sign in this, there is no decimal in this, there is no fraction in this. This is called the natural number. Okay, Prakritik Sankhya, natural number. Then we got the whole number, that also called the Purn number. Okay, in that all the natural number may, if we add the 0, we'll get the whole number. So like 0, 1, 2, 3 till infinity, whatever the number we get, that is called the whole number. So starting from 0, still in this we don't have the plus minus sign. Okay, we don't have the decimal number, we don't have the fraction number in this. So this is the pure number including 0. This is 1, 2, 3 till infinity. Okay, now the next one we have the integer. Integer will be the all positive numbers, like you can say all the natural number which is 1, 2, 3, 4 till infinity. We have 0 also in that. Okay, and we have all the negative natural number like -1, -2, -3, -4 So all this type of number, that means what? All the positive natural number, all the negative natural number and 0 combined, we call it integer. Okay, so what is integer here? Integer will be all the natural number including 0 and all the negative natural number. So here sometimes they ask, natural number is positive number or negative number? No, it is not only positive and negative number, it has 0 also. Clear? Understood? Complex number, real part, imaginary part. Real part will be rational number, irrational number. Then rational number we have the natural number, whole number, integer number. Okay, clear? Now in this type of numbers में we did the even number, we did the odd number, we did the prime number, we did the composite number, we did the co-prime number. Okay, all the type of number we did. Clear? Okay, acha, one more thing here, we can represent all this number. Okay, all this number we can represent on the number line. Okay, now suppose we have this number line. Okay, like this is our 0, 1, this is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is -1, -2, -3. So all these number, meaning natural number, whole number, integer, rational, irrational or real number, everything we can present on this number line. Okay, so I think no one has doubt about the natural number, whole number, integer, rational number. Also we can plot on the number line. Suppose we have the 3/2. So 3/2 is nothing but 1.5. So 1.5 will be between 1 and 2. So like here this point. So this point is nothing but 3/2. Okay, like this way you can plot. Now here little problem come, like to plot the √2. So √2 we have to plot here by using, how to plot the √2? Okay, so that already I think is covered in the grade 9 May, plotting the irrational number. But see what we have to do here, we have to, suppose we have to plot the √2. So √2, what we do here, we'll draw a number line, we'll cut the 1 centimeter here. Okay, and then we draw the perpendicular line here, that also will be 1 centimeter. This is perpendicular, so this will be 90 degree. Now if you see properly here, what is 1 square? 1. Again 1 square? 1. 1 square? 1. 1. 2. What is the √2? So this will be √2. Okay, so what we have to do here, we have to draw the number line. We take a point, like suppose this is the 0, this is the 1. So we take the 1 centimeter line here also. On this line we take the 1 centimeter, we cut the arc from here, and this arc will take like this way. okay, which is going like this. So this point, okay, so we'll join this point from here to here. So this is nothing but the root 2. Same way we get the root 3, root 5. So we can plot the irrational number also. That we'll do proper one chapter only for the real part. We'll discuss more about that. So here our main target is to study more about the imaginary number. Clear? So you can see all this number, you can take the screenshot of this. Okay, this is nothing but the complex number is the combination of these two. Then again real number, in that may get the rational, irrational, natural, whole and integer number. Clear? So till now whatever number, like so this much we did in the grade 10. This all we did in the grade 10. I remember when we are the small, so like we used to, the teacher used to say to us, square root of any negative number is not possible. Okay, what? Square root of any negative number not possible. Okay, this is like most of the students they heard in their school life when they are in till grade 10 okay, square root of any negative number is not possible. Actually that word is not proper. It is like not possible is not come here, not possible is not come. Instead of that, not real number. What? Square root of any negative number is not a real number. Okay, instead of the not possible, actually teacher has to say what? Not real number. Okay, but they used to say us not possible. But here we'll be studying the square root of negative number, that will become under imaginary number. Okay, so we'll be studying more about this. So this part I think is clear with you. Okay, all the type of number, so we can plot every real number on number line. Clear? Okay, so now we'll be studying more details with the complex number. So now as I told you, complex number C is what? Real number plus imaginary number. Okay, afterward you will come to know. So normally we write the C or Z. So this Z is nothing but the complex number. Okay, or you can say C or Z is equal to A plus BI. What is the general form of the complex number? A plus BI, where A is the real part and this B is also real part. Okay, real part, but if it is given with I, so this whole thing is called imaginary number. So it is real part plus imaginary part combined, we get the complex number. Okay, so now here this I, so we'll go more details about the I. Okay, now before we go to this I, okay, let's solve one sum here. Like we have the x square plus 1 equal to 0. Solve this equation. X square plus 1 equal to 0. This is what? Quadratic equation, right? Because the highest power of this is what? Raised to 2. So it's a quadratic equation. How to solve the quadratic equation? So we can either use the formula method, factorization method, or by using completing square method. But since we have only plus 1, we can take the other side. So x square is equal to minus 1. Clear? X square is equal to minus 1. So what is the x ka value? So x is equal to, you can say, plus minus root of minus 1. Now what is this? Minus 1. Okay, what our school teacher used to tell, the root of any negative number is not possible. So what to do? Okay, no, what I told here, it is like not possible, not a real number. It is what? Not real number. Not real number meaning what? Something else. What is that something else? Okay, so we cannot find out this, not a real number, meaning something else. So that something else we use by using the letter I. Okay, so this root of -1, root of -1 is nothing but I. So whenever you get the I, or whenever you get root of -1, we'll say I. I is what here? I is Greek letter. I is Greek letter. This is iota. What do you call this? Iota. What is this I? I is nothing but the iota, and iota, I का value is what? Root of -1. What is iota? Iota का value is root of -1. So root of -1 we write with the letter I. So this way we can, like suppose we have the root of -25. So this we can write down root of 25 into root of -1. What? Root -25 is like the A into B. So root of -1 into root of 25, that give you root 25 into root of -1. Now this root 25 ka value give you what? 5, and root of -1 is I. So 5I is the complex number. This is the square root of -25. So what is the square root of -25? 5I, 5 iota. Clear? What is I? So I is nothing but, it's a Greek letter, and this is full form is iota, and the I ka value is root of -1. Okay, I is nothing but root of -1. So whenever you get a sum where you get -1, so you can replace with I. Okay, now if you have I is equal to root of -1, okay, I is equal to root of -1. Okay, now if I say I square, what is I square? I square is nothing but I into I. Clear? I into I. What is I ka value? Root of -1 into root of -1. Clear? Okay, now root of -1 is what? This become what? Root and root, that become -1. So what is I square is equal to? I square is equal to -1. Clear? I square is -1. Then I cube. I cube is equal to I square into I. What is I square? -1 into I. So I cube is equal to -I. Clear? Okay. I का value root of -1, just keep I only. I square is nothing but I into I. So root of -1 into root of -1, that give you -1. And I cube is nothing but I square into I. So I square ka value we just got here -1. So -1 into I, that give you -I. Okay. Then I raised to 4. I raised to 4, you can say I square into I square. What is I square ka value? -1. So -1 into -1 is equal to 1. So what is I square ka, I raised to 4 ka value? I raised to 4 ka value 1. Okay, so I square is -1, I cube is I raised to 5 is equal to 1. Clear? Okay, now if they ask I raised to 5, I raised to 5, what is I raised to 5 ka value? Okay, so with the indices rule, I raised to 4 into I raised to 4 ka value is 1 into I, so that give you I. Clear? Same with the I raised to 6. I raised to 6 is nothing but I raised to 4 into I square. So I raised to 4 का वैल्यू 1, I square का वैल्यू is -1. So 1 into -1 is equal to -1. So if you see here, I and I raised to 5, I square, I raised to 6, I raised to 3, I raised to 7, I raised to 4, I raised to 8. Now suppose they ask you I raised to 20. I raised to 20. What is the answer? Okay, so I raised to 20. Can we write I raised to 4 raised to 5? Yes or no? Indices rule. I raised to 4 raised to 5 become I raised to 20, or 20 we can write 4 into 5. I raised to 4 raised to 5. What is I raised to 4 का value? 1. So 1 raised to 5 is equal to 1 only. So can we say the formula I raised to 4n is equal to 1? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, I raised to 4 or multiple of 4, meaning I raised to 4, I raised to 8, I raised to 12, I raised to 16, I raised to 80, I raised to 120, I raised to 136. You will get what? Answer is 1. Okay, so I raised to 4 and the answer is 1. Okay, I raised to 4 and answer is 1. Okay, so let's do 2-3 sum based on this, then we'll go ahead. Okay, so z is equal to a plus bi, right? So like suppose we have 3 plus 2i. So this is real part. Okay, this is real part as well as this also real part, but this whole thing is real part and this is imaginary part. Okay, so then we did here, we have I, then I square is -1, I cube is equal to -I, and I raised to 4 is equal to 1. And then we did the formula I raised to 4n is equal to 1. Okay, now based on this they can give the sum. Okay, so we'll do few sum based on this. So suppose you have to find out I raised to 63. What is the value of I raised to 63? So indirectly we have to write down this value only in I or only in number, meaning our answer has to be either I or -1 or -I or +1. I raised to whatever they give. Okay, I raised to whatever they give. I के पावर जो भी नंबर देंगे उसका आंसर हमें I और -1 और -I और +1 ही आएगा, उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं आता है। जो भी नंबर देंगे, मतलब I raised to 63 दिया है, I raised to 1296 भी देंगे, या कोई भी नंबर देंगे उसका आंसर जो हमें आएगा वो या तो I रहेगा, या तो -1 रहेगा, या तो -I रहेगा, या तो +1 रहेगा। मतलब हमारा जो भी आंसर है वो I, -1, -I और 1 इन्हीं चारों में से कोई एक होगा। ओके, सो I raised to 63. So what I told you in the beginning, I raised to 4n is equal to 1. So which is the nearest multiple of 4? 63 के पास उसके पहले कौन सा नंबर है जो 4 के टेबल में आता है? Which is the nearest number which comes in 4 table? Okay, what number come before 63 in 4 table? Okay, so 60 is the number, right? 15 4s are 60. So 63 can be write I raised to 60 into I raised to 3. This is getting now how we got this rule. This is the indices ka rule. Okay, you can check the video. I have already made the video of the log indices and the surd ka. So you can go in that video and you can check here. So a raised to m multiplied by a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n. So 60 plus 3, 63, or 63 we can separate as I raised to 60 into I raised to 3. Clear? Now I raised to 60 is nothing but I raised to 4 raised to 15 into I raised to 3. Clear? I raised to 4 का value is 1, 1 raised to 15, in 1 raised to any number is 1 only. So 1 into I raised to 3, and I raised to 3 का value is minus I. So what is the final answer? Minus I. Clear? Okay. So whatever number they give, we get the answer either I or minus 1 or minus I or 1. Whatever number, okay. You can give any number like I raised to 487. I raised to 487. So first thing, what number is near to 487 which comes in 4 table? Which is the nearest number which comes in 4 table and which is just below the 487. 487 के पहले कौन सा नंबर है जो 4 के टेबल में आता है? ओके, तो व्हाट वी कैन डू हियर, 4 8 7 4 4 1 जा 4 8 4 2 जा 8 7 4 1 जा 4 3 remaining here. So just subtract 3 from here. So 487 minus 3. So that you can say what here? I raised to 484 into I raised to 3. Meaning 121 into 4 is this number, and whatever number remaining here, that will be separate come. Clear? Okay. So this is nothing but I raised to 4 raised to 121. So that give you I raised to 484 into I raised to 3. This is 1 raised to 121, 1 into I cube is equal to minus I. Clear? Simple it is. Okay. So whatever number they gave, you have to find the nearest multiple of 4, and whatever that answer will be 1, and whatever remaining, that will be either I or I square or I raised to 4, I raised to 3. So if it is I, as it is, if I square, then minus 1. If it is I cube, then minus I. Okay, I raised to 4 given, but X should not come only because I raised to 4, that